How's everybody doing? I just wanted to come on right quick to talk about something that I'm uh noticing in like the whole YouTube financial influencer space. Um I think in a way it's kind of sad. I'm noticing a ramp up of individuals who have a channels or is starting channels and somewhat talking about what is going on in our current global economy and trying to give some insight. Normally, I really would not care what people say, but it starts to kind of bother me when people is giving out information that they don't really know about on any level. You know what I'm saying? They're just kind of reading articles and not truly giving out understanding. Basically, in order for you to understand what is going on and where the world is heading, and not be stuck on day-to-day articles, right? Because politics will bring you this way and that way and teach you this and that and that and that. And it's just like you cannot keep up. But if you understood how the economic realm is structured, no matter what articles are thrown out there every single day, you will understand what is going on and probably what will happen. You probably can't pinpoint exactly when, but you know overall what is going to actually come at some point. So I will start with this. The center of a economy is production. Okay. You have to make something to have something to sell something to get something in return. And then you keep doing that over and over again. If you have a economy that does not make anything, at some point you will have nothing. And so if you live in that type of economy that does not manufacture anything, like the United States, then you are in a position where you have to borrow. Basically, our economy is a credit-based system. Okay, everything runs off of credit because no one has cash now, right? No one has any money now to get things and do things on a massive scale that will actually influence GDP or our economic input and output. Like, what is the amount of money and resources flowing in opposed to flowing out, and that kind of stuff. Like, that's how you measure a nation's wealth. Credit is borrowing your future spending today, which you have to pay back with interest tomorrow. And so if the whole system is based off of credit and you have nothing of value to offer, then at some point there is going to be a disruption. Fast forward to what's going on with the whole health situation. That's what I'm gonna call it, because you know algorithms out there are trying to like shadow ban people, so we're gonna be careful with that. This situation never had the power to ruin the economy. That's just not possible. What ruined the economy was a series of just credit-based decisions and movements, which was never solved, but it was just piled up for decades. So That's what it means to kick that can down the actual road. You don't correct anything, you just kind of patch it up and just move it down. Because of that problem, we had a massive debt bubble that was already starting to shatter slowly. The health situation just made it accelerate and crash faster. What it also did was it slowed down demand for anything. So if you can't go out there and spend money in any kind of way in the economy, because in a credit based system, things cannot just shut off. You have to keep it going. And so now with all these reopenings, things are going to never be exactly the same. It's never going to happen. They can come out with 100% solution to the health situation, and that's still not going to help. It's not going to help because what people don't understand is when damage has economically been done, it has to be answered for. I don't care what you do, it has to be answered for. It has to play out. So bad things must happen to get on the other side of good. No government has the power to stop economic pain. It's just not going to ever happen. It's not. The reason why is because, like I was saying earlier, we had a massive amount of debt, a part of a credit-based system, because no one truly has enough cash to actually fix anything. This is not how things work. If this is our new normal, our new reality, that hardships are on their way, economic issues is on its way, more massive amounts of unemployment claims are on their way, that's not going to stop, then what are you to actually do? In most cases, you want to have yourself well positioned to navigate these financial storms. And that's not just speaking to like paying your bills and that type of stuff. Because at a certain point, people are going to have to choose what is more important, paying a bill or buying food. It's gonna happen. Trust me on that one. What do you do? How do you prepare yourself? How do you still bring in a income or value if your dollars don't work anymore? It's like, ask yourself, what things of value do you have? Like, what can you trade or barter with somebody else at that point? I believe that currently, and this could change because nobody controls the situations and that kind of stuff. That's for elites to do all that stuff. Currently, I think one of the smartest things to do at a certain level is you have to use currency, if you have it, to acquire money. You have to use currency to acquire money. And that should already clue you into what I am going to talk about next. Currency is any form of paper notes that your government tells you to use this. Currency is only relevant because it is the official mode of how you pay taxes. So like here in the United States, typically, unless I'm wrong, and like, please tell me, if I'm wrong. From my understanding, you can only pay taxes with dollars. Like, I know not of anything else, or something that is dollar denominated, but I'm pretty sure that the IRS only accepts dollars for now, right? Money is things of some type of value that people want or they treasure. Of course, you have precious metals, gold and silver coins, silver rounds, gold rounds, a tenth of ounces coins, and even bars. I personally like coins. I think in a way bars that's going to be hard to deal with and trade with. It's just, I don't know. If you want them, cool beans. But if it was me personally, just my personal opinion for myself, I would stick with coins. For now, crypto is pretty nice too as well. It is starting to gain a lot more traction, and you have a lot of institutional money flowing in to the crypto space. I'm just gonna say, if you are a billionaire hedge fund guy and you are buying Bitcoin futures from the CME or SIBO, more than likely you are also purchasing the actual crypto itself. I do not believe that you are just buying paper assets for crypto hedging. I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I'm just not buying that, because a hedge fund investor is all about hedging risk on both ends. So you're buying crypto too as well. Okay, we know you got a Coinbase. Just saying. So precious metals are great. They have been money for quite some time. Crypto is good now. I do potentially believe at some point that they're going to figure out how to crack down on crypto, because if I was a central banker or a top elite and I am used to controlling populations, period, why would I ever let anything beat me out? It's just not going to happen. So they're good for now. Just like, to like a high extent, dollars is good now, because people are still investing in it, not because they want to. It's because they're financially scared. You have like a lot of investors in like other countries who is having issues and problems, so they're flooding to our markets for treasuries and anything a dollar based investment in a way, because in emerging markets, their currencies are falling because the dollar is getting stronger. And so that's what kind of happens. And then at the actual point that our bonds start to trade lower, you're going to see, because of negative interest rates, which is a horrible thing. You're going to see tons of cash flow out of the bond markets, the government bonds, treasuries and that kind of stuff, 5 years, 10 years, and 30 years, whatever, and go right into the stock market. And so at that point, stocks are going to skyrocket. They're going to increase, but that is a actual trick in a way. I'm not saying don't play the market. I'll play the markets. I just play them in like just a whole different strategy. But you have to have a smart exit plan unless you can actually stomach collapse and stock prices and dividends being a slash, and you have a very long-term broad view perspective. And of course, you don't need that extra money that you put inside the stock market, because let's keep it real, the stock market has created the most billionaires and soon to be trillionaires than anything, period, than any other asset class, right? But this is not a normal crisis. This is not just a recession like all the other ones. This is a bigger global depression 2.0. And so this time around, since we have so much debt just like stacked up and piled up, it is going to bring about a era of a reset. Just like after World War II, when they had the whole Bretton Woods meetings and situation where they said that the United States dollar will be taken over for the British sterling pound as the world reserve currency that is partially backed by gold. You know, when 71 came, they cut off the dollar's peg to gold and created the petrodollar, which is now in existence now, but at some point that is going to definitely end. They're going to bring in a brand new digital base currency through the central banks. They want to rival Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and other currencies, because if you have a whole digital based system for like your currency, then you have more control over people. You know what I'm saying? Because now you 100% control their value. All right. That's why they hate paper dollars, because with paper dollars, you still have some form of influence over your own decisions. But these types of individuals cannot have competition. Like capitalism does not exist in that space. It's just dictatorship. That's just how it is. And just to be completely honest, on like a massive scale, you can't stop that. You don't have the actual influence to stop that. Like that takes a lot. But what you can do is you can prep your family, your household, and people you love, and hopefully somebody else. And so that's why I do these videos and these rants and these lectures, as you can see on my channel, and also on the Hip to Risk podcast as well. Oh, that's HIPTURIST, Hip to Risk. And so I just see a lot of bad that is on its way, but plus a lot of good opportunities for those who is willing to sit and understand, then execute and go after it. Because this is just a very different time. And it's like the understanding that we have accumulated in the whole financial literacy space is going to be obsolete. It's not going to work for you. And so you have to elevate your understanding economically to actually see what is going to come and how you can maneuver around it. Because, you know, as a human, we have the innate will to create standards. Standards, in some cases, subconsciously, is habits. You know, Habits are typically okay economically when you have a stable economic base. If you don't, then your habits can actually hinder you in some cases. And so our global economy now is complete water. It's not even sand anymore because everything is shifting. World order geopolitically is just changing every day. And so you're going to have to increase your understanding. And so, of course, I believe that listening to the Hip Tourist podcast and visiting our sites and checking out our YouTube channels and our upcoming books and special e-reports is very key because I do this every day. I get up, pray to God, and then I always ask myself, how can I take the most complex information and break it down so simple that a 8-year-old here in Inglewood on the South Side in Chicago can actually understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want those individuals to be like economic gurus, where the same way you talk about sports, you talk about finances. And so that is my life's goal. And that is what I do every day. And that's why you should stay tuned to this channel and also the podcast shows that is on Spotify, Apple, Anchor. I'm everywhere. And I'm going to do like a lot more of these. I'm going to try to at least, I'm going to be honest, and also we have other channels like if you want to hear about travel and finances and soon to be healthy eating habits and relationships, then you want to go see Shar and Jay Travels. Check us out. Me and my queen, we dedicate a lot of time, and we're going to be creating just a lot more content. And she's very, very brilliant. She's a very brilliant CPA, financial guru, motivational speaker, and she my boo. So, yeah. So, yeah. I'm glad I was able to come on now and do a little rant, but I'm going to do more because I'm just seeing just an overabundance of just these type of videos where people is not giving you proper economic and financial context, and that is needed in this time frame. Like, this is not a time to play and joke around. Like, people need this stuff, and so I'm here to give it to you. So that's it for now. Please share this video, subscribe, comment, check us out on Spotify, Hipturist. That's HIPTURIST. And yeah, keep tuning in. All right.